What's up guys, good morning, Dan Hart here. Thank you for returning to the video if you're watching this now, and also thank you for watching my previous video, the deadlift tutorial. I've had some great feedback from that video and I'm going to continue and strive forward in producing free content for people in the tutorial basis. So hence why I'm doing my video today. This video today will be filmed at FitBase again. Craig and Nathan are kindly enough letting me use their facilities and their gym again. There's lots of space here, there's lots of good equipment, and there's lots of room for myself and my friend Hassan, who's going to be doing my film work, to work and have a little play in there today. So as I say, 5 exercises I'm going to be going through today. These are supporting exercises or auxiliary exercises that you can do in support of bigger movements. And these are 5 exercises that I see most people getting wrong. And you know, I don't like to intrude on other people's workouts, and I don't like to go up to people and say, excuse me, you're doing that wrong. You know, I'm there for my own workout, but these are pointers that I've picked up, and these are pointers that I've tried to teach people in my many years of instructing people and personal training people. So the 5 exercises we're going to be doing, the first one is going to be just a basic lateral raise. Number 2 will be a pullover. 2 exercises that I see people do wrong all the time. We're going to do number 3, which is going to be a leg press, and then number 4 will be just like your basic everyday plank. And then moving forward from the plank, the 5th exercise I'm going to be going through is the box standard push-up, and this is a basic push-up. This will be a push-up that beginner people need to adopt in order for them to get a contraction across their chest and maybe a little bit on their triceps. So this would be like a kneeling push-up, and this is how to actually position yourself into the push-up position so that, you know, you're not fluctuating too much with your butt sticking up in the air, you're not pushing forward too much onto the shoulders. We're engaging the muscles that we need to be using. So without further ado, I'm just waiting for my boy Hass now, who's going to be doing all the film work for me, so massive thanks to him. And we're going to go into FitBase now, and we're going to start off with the 5 exercises that I see people doing wrong most of the time. Okay guys, here we are in FitBase. I hope you can all hear me all right. The first exercise we're going to be going through is the lat raise, so bringing the dumbbell movement from here to here. This movement specifically helps shoulder health, capped shoulders as well to the side if you're bodybuilding, and also supports a normal shoulder press movement. So all you want to do, grab yourself some really light dumbbells. You don't need anything too heavy for this. Very, very light. I've got 5 kilos here, which is nothing really, but if you train this movement through reps and you train it right, you'll get lovely capped shoulders. Start with the dumbbells directly down by your side. You don't want to start in front of your body. If you start in front of your body, you are internally rotating your shoulders, which is not what you want to do. You want to be externally rotating your shoulders. So start with the dumbbells on your side the whole time. And the idea is to keep a straight arm with a very, very slight bend in the elbow. So you don't want to lock your elbows and come out. You want to keep your elbows nice and soft. As you raise the dumbbells up to your side, you don't go any higher than your shoulder joint. Right? So you don't want to be coming up here, and you don't want to be going down here. It's in line with the shoulder. As well, at no point should your hand come above your elbow. Keep it lateral. It's a lateral raise. It's called a lateral raise for a reason. Lateral meaning to the side. The last thing you want to do is slightly twist your pinky towards wherever you're facing on both sides. So it's this movement, as we come up, this movement, and back down again. This movement, twist your pinkies up. If you do this over reps, this kind of speed is fine. Look at my elbow position. It's not going any higher than my wrist. And I'm rotating my pinkies upwards. Every single time, the dumbbells are coming down to my waist, not to here. If you're a bodybuilder and you're training for hypertrophy, and you've got 20 kilos in your hands, you can bring the dumbbells here and you can start using a bit of momentum for the shoulders. If we're talking about isolating a muscle, down by the side, straight out to the side, arms nice and straight, elbows slightly bent, rotating the pinkies upwards, job done. None of this, none of this, None of this. None of this. Just keep it small, keep it short, keep it compact. Next exercise. Okay, second exercise is the leg press. So this is a hammer strength leg press. All leg presses are mainly built the same way, and most of the time people do the one thing wrong, and that is not maintaining contact with the chair, with their glutes and their back. So as they put their legs up, their back and their glutes do this. Now, if you're really, really flexible, you probably won't have this problem. If you're very unflexible and you try and do full reps, your glutes and your back is going to come off the chair, creating this gap. The chair's here for a reason. Maintain contact. Contact with the glutes, contact with the hams, contact with the lower back. And a good way to test your mobility is to bring the leg press all the way down. So, bring the leg press all the way down. This physically cannot move any lower, right? So now I'm going to put my legs on the leg press and test my mobility. So short stance, narrow stance, wide stance, whatever you normally like to do. My legs are on the leg press now. Now you can clearly see there's a gap under here, so I'm not mobile enough to go that low. So all I'm going to do is push up till my back and glutes come in contact with the chair. There. Now I've got positive pressure under my butt, positive pressure under my back. This is the lowest point that I can go to. So as I'm now doing my reps, I'm going to come down to that lowest point and push up again. I'm not going to come all the way, because I already know as soon as I come all the way, my glutes come off the chair. And this is what you don't want to do. You've got two bones at the bottom of your spine, your coccyx and your sacrum. They're fused together. They don't want to move like this. They're very rigid muscles. They want to stay straight. So just come down so that your bum and back is connected onto the chair. If you can only do this, in my opinion, it's pointless. If you do that, and then your back comes off at this point, you just need to stretch more. You need to mobilise your lower body more. There's no excuse for doing half reps. I'm not saying do half reps. Mobilise your body and go as low as you possibly can before that. Next exercise. Okay, third exercise is going to be the plank. You can do this on your knees or on your toes. Either way, the same principle applies. You want to maintain a straight back from the shoulder to the glute. Now some people's spines will be different. So your lower back may fluctuate and it may automatically do something like this. Or sort of like this. To counteract that, you want to make sure that your body is in straight line from shoulder to glute. So you're in a plank position here. Now I'm holding a plank now, my back is pretty straight. If I push back on the glutes, you're not going to feel your abs. If I push forward and dip my hips, you're not going to feel your abs. You want to make sure you're in this position, regardless of your spine. If your spine is too bent that way, and that's just your DNA and your bone structure, you can't change that. But just be aware that you need to be in this position. And the best way that I find to do the plank is to actually work alongside a mirror. So have a mirror to the left of you, have a mirror to the right of you, so you can actually have a quick look and check how straight your back is. And there's no difference really. On your knees here, and then on your toes here. Back down to your knees, here, onto your toes here. It's a very, very small adjustment, but all you have to do is just distribute the weight evenly in the centre of your body, centre of gravity. Don't push back too much, don't push forward too much, and keep your shoulders over your elbow joint. If your shoulders are too far forward, your hips will come down. If your shoulders are too far back, your butt will come up. So line up this with this, nice and straight. And then once you've got that, you line up your shoulder all the way down to your glutes. Very simple. Moving on. Next one we're going to do is push-ups. Exercise 4, push-up. Basic entry-level push-up. If you can't do a push-up on your knees, this is the next best thing to adopt. Incorporating the techniques I'm about to show you will improve your push-up and make you stronger. So, in the position of the plank, in what we did before, your back wants to be nice and straight. your weight distribution wants to be over your hands. If your weight is back like this, you won't be able to get your push up. You just stick your butt up in the air. If your weight is too far forward, you know, here I'm already putting pressure on my shoulders. Neutralize your body. Bring your knees back to this position so you're elongated. If you're too scrunched up, the only thing that's going to happen is this is going to go shooting up there. And we don't want that. Elongate your body, bring your knees back. Bring the weight over your hands, shoulders over the hands. A nice width, hands on the outside of the shoulders. From here, the weight is correct, your elongation of your body is correct. The only thing left to do is bend your elbows. Now if you can only get halfway, just get halfway, that's fine. Because you will get stronger doing this. And then all you have to do to make it harder, bring your knees further back and lift your feet. Hands under your shoulders. Down again. And then harder, toes. Look how straight my back is. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. Everything is neutral. My shoulders are in line with my glutes. My weight is over my hands. And I'm nicely elongated in order for me to get into a push-up position. So if you're struggling with your push-up, do the things I've just told you there, and you will get stronger and you will get better. Final exercise is going to be the pullover. Okay, fifth and final exercise is going to be the pullover. There's different ways of doing this. For me, I think this way is the best way to contract the lats and the upper back and the muscles that we want to be working. So grab yourself a rope, put it at an angle quite high, depending on how tall you are. The first step, overhand grip. And the first thing you want to do is stretch the lats. It's a lat exercise. Stretch the lats. We're here. Now my lats are completely stretched, so there's going to be blood going into this muscle, which is the muscle we want to be working. Don't start from a stand-up position. My lats are not contracting here, they're relaxing. Here, contracting. As I pull downwards for a pullover, I'm going to stand. So from here, I'm going to stand. As I stand, the reason I'm using a rope is because I can pull the rope past my waist to here. Repeat. Track the lats. Stand. Pinch your shoulder blades together. Bring the rope as far beyond the waist as you can. Don't just stand and do this. Yeah, you'll be hitting your lats, but you won't be contracting them at 100%. If you want to come round, you'll be able to see a bit better. So, contract, pull down, stand, squeeze. Contract. So you're effectively getting two movements in one exercise. You're contracting the lats here, these are being stretched as you pull down. Imagine the inside of your tricep squeezing against your lat. You're trying to squeeze every last ounce of weight through the lats. And because we're using the rope goes beyond the waist. We're not using a bar that stops here. We're not using anything else, a handle that stops here. We're going beyond. And then we are externally rotating the shoulders. We're getting that movement. Yeah? This movement. As we externally retract the shoulders, the upper back is going to contract. So we're lats, we're upper back. We're not just standing there doing this. We're contracting, stretching, pulling through, squeezing the tricep against the lat, and externally rotating the shoulders. The perfect pullover. So there you have it, 5 exercises. Lat raise, leg press, plank, push up for basics, and the pullover. And I hope that that information that I've given you today is a little insight into training correctly, and try some of the pointers that I've given you today. Try them yourself, let me know how you get on, write your comments down in the description box below, and thank you for watching.